Welcome back to 128KB, Andy here as always, and today I'm going to be telling you why the Evercade is awesome. So the Evercade handheld has been around for a little while, and if you're subscribed, you will have seen that we've already spoken about this on our podcast and over on our website, 128kb.co.uk. So if you're not subscribed yet, go down there and smash that subscribe button for all things gaming hardware and tech at 128kb. AJ and Pete actually got me this for my 30th birthday, and I was planning on buying it anyway. And they just surprised me and was like, hey, here's an Evercade. So that's awesome. But the thing is, it just kind of passed me by at first, and then I looked into it a little bit more and was like, hang on, this is like officially licensed stuff going on here, and Blaze Entertainment have really put some effort into what they're doing, because you get the handheld itself, which I have the official case. It doesn't come with the case, but it's definitely worth getting, I will say that. So the actual handheld itself, the size of it is just perfect. All the buttons are super clicky. It's just great. It feels great in the hand. The screen is a perfect size. I love the fact that you can adjust the screen size for playing the game in sort of 4:3 original, or you can stretch it to that 16:9. And that's the same with actually putting it on the TV, because if you didn't know yet, then yes, this has a mini HDMI out, and you can just plug that straight into your television and play it on the big screen. So you can play it, you know, just handheld like this, or straight on your telly, which I love. I love that. All the buttons and everything feels great. The D-pad like sort of has a really nice rock around for like fighting games and stuff like that. The shoulder buttons are brilliant. But the biggest thing for me is I didn't want just an emulator. I didn't want just, you know, one of those cheap sort of bits of hardware that are pumped full of ROMs and it's all a little bit shady. You shouldn't really be doing it. And I was just a bit like, you know, I'm not really feeling that, until I realized the fact that it's not emulated on the system itself. It actually comes in proper cases with cartridges. So you get sort of bundled cartridges in here, and it's brilliant. This is aimed at collectors and sort of old school lovers. So just like myself, behind the camera, I have a big shelving unit full of sort of physical games, all my actual like games consoles, all the handhelds at least, and little figurines, stuff like that, you know, standard collector stuff. But what Evercade have done here, what Blaze Entertainment have done, has actually made physical cartridges and physical, you know, box art and everything like that, but they are fully licensed. So we have different sort of collections of games that are all stored on a really nice little cartridge just there, and they just slide into the back of the Evercade handheld. Now what I really like is if we pop this one out, on the front we have the actual sort of like sticker that says what it is, but on the back you also have it printed on the card itself, so that when it's slotted in, you don't actually have to pull it out of the Evercade itself to go, oh hang on, what did I play here last? It's actually on the back, so you always know what's in the system, even though you could just turn it on and have a look. But I really like that little touch of that little printing on the back there, just so you know what you've got on there. And the other thing is as well, is inside each of these boxes comes a fully color manual, let's call it like that. So inside it will give you some details, the contents, things like that, but then it will also give you the back sort of history. So when it originally launched, who the developer was, the original designer, who the music was by, and the genre of the game. So right here we have Double Dragon. It's really nice because they're fully sort of colored versions, and they show you the controls and tips and tricks and stuff like that. And it's just awesome. You know, as a handheld collector, or just a collector of retro games in general, I think you're going to find the Evercade a real treat in 2021, because I've been put off of emulating. You know, I have physical old school consoles that I try and boot up and keep working, but the thing is I am essentially a handheld lover, as AJ likes to call me. And the thing is as well is having the ability to play them wherever you want and then play it on your telly if you want to share it with a friend or a partner or something like that. It's just brilliant, it really is. And they do have the Versus coming out at the end of this year, which is an actual console-based version, which takes the same cartridges, but you can actually load in 2 of those cartridges, and then there's actually 4 controllers that can be used as well. And they have their own controllers, or if you actually have an Evercade like I do here, you can plug this in and use it as a controller on the Versus machine, which is coming out at the end of this year. Now, this isn't sponsored, we've bought all of this ourselves, but playing it has been brilliant. It's really nice. On the website as well, Evercade's website, you can download firmware updates, which fixes different issues if there's any that are found. So when I got it, there was the latest firmware, which has been current now for a few months. And you know, it's just great. There's a headphone out, there's a micro USB on the bottom, you've got volume up and down, you've got a power on and off switch, and it boots so fast as well. When you load a cartridge up, it's just, you know, it's just straight there and you jump into your game, and there's saves as well. You can actually save onto the Evercade itself. I just love it. So that is why the Evercade is awesome. Who is it for? Well, it's probably not for kids these days. It's for the older kids, you know, that are not so kid-like now. You know, those that are into the old school games when they were current and fresh. Those that have that sort of nostalgia about old games like Earthworm Jim. I used to love that as a kid, and I've not played it since. So the fact that I've got, you know, the right collection of games here that has Earthworm Jim on it, well, that's just fantastic, and I can relive those memories, and it's just as fun to play now, especially with a fully backlit screen rather than like an old Game Boy style one where you need to angle it into the light. No, you can be in pitch black and you can play this. It's just fantastic, it really is. So it's for those that want to relive their sort of childhood memories, or those that are just collectors, physical collectors that love box art, that love having the actual hardware and the sort of cartridges and bits and pieces like that. It really is nice. And again, the Evercade sort of case that I have here is actually really good as well. So in the front, there's enough room for my micro USB lead so I can charge it, or I could even put in a couple of cartridges if I wanted to, and it's just got a little bit of padded in there. It's just quite nice to store it in, really, and as well for travel. But anyway, that has been me rambling about the Evercade and why I think, and here at 128KB we all think, the Evercade is awesome. If you want to see more content, or if you want to see gameplay footage or even live streams of us using the Evercade, then make sure to go down there, hit that like and subscribe button, and check out 128kb.co.uk for all things gaming, hardware and tech. Anyway, I'm Andy, this is 128KB. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.